previous video, we've learned the basic sounds of the English alphabet. Today, we will discuss concepts such as initial and final consonants. My name is Serhi, and on this channel, I help people to learn English easily. Before we begin, I want to draw your attention today to the fact that nowadays linguists identify standardized versions of English language. So they are British English, American English, Canadian English, Australian English, and New Zealand English. This tells us that between these versions there are sometimes significant and sometimes barely noticeable differences in pronunciation, vocabulary, spelling, and even grammar. For example, in the USA, there is a concept of flap T, where the letter T sounds similar to sound D when stands between two vowels. For instance, let's first read these words with the sound T and then with the sound that gives us the flap T. So here we go. City, beautiful, little, data, party, dirty. Now let's read it with flap T. City, beautiful, little, data, party, dirty. In England, Wales, and Scotland, the R is never pronounced if it comes at the end of a word or before a consonant. The R is only pronounced before a vowel sound. If it comes at the end, it's often replaced with a schwa sound, So here are the words. Fork, fork. Bird, bird. Father, father. Worker, walker. As you can see, there are differences in phonics. Especially I enjoy when a debate starts about how to correctly pronounce the word tomato. Tomato or tomato. Guys, I want to mention that in this course, I won't dwell on those differences between different versions of English, as I consider it's a futile waste of our time at the beginning of your English learning journey. Let's move on to initial and final consonants. These concepts represent the consonant letters with which a word begins and ends respectively. Having gone through the alphabet in the previous session, essentially we covered the sounds of some initial consonants. Within a single session, we won't cover all blends and digraphs, so I'd like to elaborate more on the details of the course. Today, as announced, we'll delve into initial and final consonants. In the next video, we'll discuss short and long vowels and learn to read short words correctly. And only after that, we will move on to a more extensive list of blends and digraphs. So let's get started. First of all, let's recall such letters as C, G, L, M, N, and S. We know that letter C sounds like K, but when it stands before such vowels like E, I, or Y, it sounds like S. So C before E. C, 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 S, 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 scent. C is for scent. C before I. C, 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 S, 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 cigar. C is for cigar. C before Y. C, 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 S, 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 cylinder. C is for cylinder. The same goes for letter G. When it stands before E, I, or Y, it sounds like J in words of Greek or Latin origin. So, G before I. G, 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 J, 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 giant. G is for giant. G before E. G, 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 J, 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 gem. G is for gem. G before Y. G, 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 J, 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 gym. G is for gym. If the word is of French or German origin, the sound remains unchanged and sounds like G. G before E. G, 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 gat. G is for get. G before I. G, 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 gift. G is for gift. We know that the letter L sounds like L, but in combinations like EL and LE, it sounds softer due to a schwa sound. One more time. I call it a wandering sound since it can replace any unstressed vowel in a syllable. It sounds somewhat between the sounds representing the letters A and I. But to pronounce it correctly, imagine being hit in the chest while trying to pronounce letter I. Like uh, 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 uh. One more time. So letter L in combinations EL and LE sounds like a combination of a main sound L and the schwa sound like specifically So LE, LE, little. LE is for little. LE, LE, angle. LE is for angle. LE, LE, apple. LE is for apple. And EL. EL, EL, angel. EL, EL, camel. EL, EL, squirrel. Letters M and N sound more nasal when they are at the end of a word or syllable. And respectively. So M, mum. M is for mum. By the way, that's the great example where two letters M sound differently. At the beginning of the word, it sounds more like m, and at the end of the word, it sounds more nasal, like m, mum. Or like in the word hem, hem. M is for hem. Now let's go through examples with n sound. N, none. N is for none. That's also a great example where two N letters sound differently. At the beginning of the word, it sounds more more strong. And at the end of the word, it sounds more nasal, like n, none. The letter S sounds like Z when it comes after a vowel or when there is already an S in the word, which sounds like S. And also after an unvoiced vowel, like in CH, which sounds like ch. In such words like is, for example. S, is, or peaches. S, peaches, or dresses. S, dresses. Now, let's talk about the most commonly used blends and digraphs. For your understanding, blends are usually 2 or 3 letters, each giving its separate sound. For example, ND sounds like nd, 2 different sounds combined together. And a digraph, on the other hand, is usually 2 letters that give one sound. For example, SH sounds like sh. Let's start with CK. The letters C and K have the same sound. Therefore, in this digraph, we have only one sound, the sound k, like in the word back. So, CK, CK, k, 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 back. CK is for back. In blends, with the letter S, the following letter, which is voiceless, typically slightly modifies its sound. We'll cover more examples of this in the next videos. For today, let's focus on SK, which sounds somewhat between sk and sg in words mask and skate, for example. So SK, 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 mask. Skate. SK, 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 skate. Digraphs that have two identical letters simply slightly prolong their main sound, such as FF in the word cough. FF, FF, f, 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 cough. FF is for cough. Or SS in the word boss. SS, SS, s, 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 boss. Or like ZZ in the word jazz. ZZ, ZZ, z, 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 jazz. ZZ is for jazz. The letter M sounds nasal in blends like mm. For example, MP sounds like mp, like in the word lamp. MP, 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 lamp. MP is for lamp. The letter N sounds nasal in blends, something like n. For instance, in the blend ND, nd, like in the word sand. ND, 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 sand. Or like NT in the word tent. NT, 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 tent. Or like NK in the word bank. NK, 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 bank. NK is for bank. Or like NG in the words long and song. So NG, NG, nga, 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 song. NG is for song. Long. NG, NG, nga, 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 long. NG is for long. Let's remember the pattern of letter-sound word articulation. In the past video, I recommended sticking to the letter-sound pattern, saying the letter 3 times and the sound it represents 3 times. Today, however, we paid attention to some blends, and it's better to pronounce them like twice bland, twice sound, as it will be more convenient to rhyme them. Guys, practice at home the basic initial and final consonants and the sounds they represent in writing. And remember, consistency beats talent, which means that regular practice, even if it feels slow and challenging, ultimately leads to greater proficiency and success in learning English. See you soon and wish you luck!